Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Here is page 2 of our test review, so let's kind of jump in here. I have 3 of these problems on this review. Clearly on the test, you're going to have 1 of these, okay? It's good for you to see every example of these. I have 2 very difficult ones, 1 medium one. So let's just take a look at all, okay? Write the polynomial function of least degree that has real coefficients in the following zeros. So here, when it says x negative 3, that means you technically have an x value that is negative 3/2. Okay? Same thing for 1/3, and same thing for negative 5. Now, if I write that in terms of a binomial, it's going to look like this. Okay? Now, I do want to show you guys one little trick. If I have a fraction, I hate working with fractions. So, what you can do for this particular one, if I multiply everything through by 2, this turns into 2x plus 3 equals 0. If I multiply everything through by 3 here, my common denominator, I'll get 3x minus 1 equals 0, and then x plus 5 equals 0. Okay, so here are my 3 binomials. 2x plus 3, 3x minus 1, and x plus 5. All right. I noticed that some of you guys in your papers were doing, x plus 3/2, x minus 1/3, so on. You can do that. It's not incorrect. It's just way more work than you need. So here I'm going to FOIL. Okay, 6x squared minus 2x plus 9x minus 3. I don't know why I'm having trouble with my negatives this morning. Okay. So if I combine them together, 6x squared plus 7x minus 3. Cool. Now I'm going to distribute the x in. 6x cubed plus 7x squared minus 3x plus 5 times 6 is 30. X squared plus 35x minus 15. And if I combine together like terms, we're looking at 6x cubed plus 37x squared plus 32x minus 15. Okay, if you did it with fractions, what you're going to have is fractions in your answer or decimals. If you would multiply through by the common denominator, you'd get that as well. Okay, cool. This is the real doozy one. This one's pretty tough. Let's take a look at it. So here's one. Okay. When my answer is negative 7, I know one of my binomials will be x plus 7. Here comes the hard part. It's x minus 5 plus 3i and x minus 5 minus 3i. Okay, so the trick that I want you guys, or not really a trick, but I want you to get in the habit of doing this, I want you to put an extra set of parentheses around the binomial, okay, around x minus 5. Because now, if I cover this up, if I would FOIL this, I would do x minus 5 times x minus 5, or x minus 5 squared. This would give me negative 3i times the quantity x minus 5, and this would give me plus 3i times the quantity x minus 5, which would cancel out, okay? Leaving you with 3i times negative 3i, or negative 9i squared. Now, why is that so important? Well, just because now I can work with this. When I have x minus 5 squared, I really have x minus 5 times x minus 5, which is x squared minus 5x minus 5x plus 25. Okay. Cool. So down here, we're looking at x plus 7. This FOILed out, which I did the work up here for you guys, you're going to end up with x squared minus 10x plus 25. Now bear with me here. I don't know if you guys know this, but I squared actually equals negative 1. Okay. This is something that you definitely want to remember. Okay, so don't forget that. You might want to circle it once or twice. I know I never really mentioned that before in class. So that turns into plus 9. Cool. Okay, 25 and 9, that's 34. Okay. And now, the hard part's over at this point. Now I just got to distribute x cubed minus 10x squared plus 34x. Now I can multiply the 7 in. 7x squared minus 70x plus, oh boy, 28, 23, 238. Okay. So then if I combine like terms, we're looking at x cubed minus 3x squared minus 36x plus 238. Okay, all well. So again, that's definitely the hardest one. Okay, and it all stems from you have to have a positive or negative for your I. All right, that's the big thing. Finally, I know this one's kind of hard to see. Copier's so good with pencil. So we have a 4, a negative 3, and a 2i. So we're looking at x minus 4, x plus 3. Okay, here's the kicker. X minus 2i, but you also need to have an x plus 2i. Okay, please be aware of this. They have to come in doubles. Okay, imaginary roots must come in pairs. Okay, so if I distribute, let's follow the first two. We're looking at x squared. 3x minus 4x is negative x. Okay, now over here, x times x is x squared. 2ix, I'll write it out for you, plus 2ix minus 2ix. Alright, when I do that, and then also minus 4i squared. These will cancel out. That's why we need them to come in pairs, because when we write our original answer, we don't want to have the i's in it. So this looks like x squared minus x minus 12, x squared plus 4, okay, because I squared is negative 1. And now I'll distribute this in, x to the 4th minus x cubed minus 12x squared. 4x squared minus 4x minus 48. There we go. Okay. So, it should make sense. I mean that we have x to the 4th for this one because we technically have 4 answers. We have 4, negative 3, and then positive negative 2i. Okay. Wonderful. All right. To wrap this all up, then we have our last and final problem, and you guys are doing a great job with this. You really have been. In class, you've been doing a nice job with this, and I'm hoping it makes sense here as well. The volume of the rectangular prism below is represented by the expression b equals 2x to the 4th minus x cubed minus 73x squared plus 208x minus 112. Using your knowledge of a rectangular prism whose volumes are calculated using the formula volume equals length times width times height, find the expression that represents the height of the missing side. Guys, if you have no idea how to do this, okay, what you can do is you can do this. You can just write down volume is 2x to the 4th minus x to the 3rd minus 73x squared plus 28x minus 112 equals height times x plus 7 times x minus 4. So what you're really doing here is you're dividing all of this by these two things over here. Now, there's two different ways to do this, the hard way, the easy way. I'm encouraging you to do the easy way. We're going to do synthetic division twice. Okay? So we're looking at, I'm going to do this one first. The opposite of plus 7 is negative 7. Alright? 2, negative 1, negative 73, 208, negative 112. Bring the 2 down, multiply. Boy. I scrambled through my desk because it's too early in the morning to be doing math. Ha 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 ha. 15 times 7 is 157. Okay. Minus 73 is 84 times negative 7, negative 588. Hang on a second. Hey guys, sorry, I just realized that I multiplied wrong. So, lo siento. Ha 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 ha. Okay, so if I do 7 times 15, alright, I get 105, positive 105. My apologies, sorry. 105 minus 73 gives me 32. 32 times negative 7 is negative 224 plus 208 is negative 16 times negative 7 is 112. Okay. Whew. Good. All right. Now, here's the thing. I want to find height. In order to find height, I must also divide by the width. Well, I'm going to drop this down, and I'm going to do synthetic division again with the other term. So in this case, I'm going to do a positive 4. Okay? So I'm just running it twice. So bring the 2 down, multiply. Negative 7, multiply. Okay? And then multiply. All right. Now, what you have done here is you started with x to the 4th. You synthetically divide once, so that brings this down to 2x cubed minus 15x squared plus 32x minus 16. Then you synthetically divide it again. So I went from x to the 4th down to x cubed down to x squared. My final answer, my height, is 2x squared minus 7x plus 4. Okay? And that's it. Alright, that's all she wrote. I mean, we could try to factor this, we could, but, I mean, find the expression, we already have it written as an expression. There's no need in this case to try to factor any more than it already is. Alright, so like we don't have to complicate things more. And I believe that, actually this one's unfactorable anyway, so if you would try to figure out what multiplies give you 8, but after negative 7, it won't work. Okay, so you're done. So it's just synthetic division twice. You guys are wonderful with synthetic division. Keep up the good work. Please feel free to ask questions if you have any. And as always, good luck. We're all counting on you.